Hey, soul family. My name is Shelly, and this is Healing Truth Tarot. Just for a quick side note, I have decided to make myself accountable and produce at least, at minimum, one video per week for the next 10 weeks. I'm still very nervous and still afraid with the imposter syndrome thing that some of us have, especially light workers. All right, so just a friendly reminder, please help our family grow. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and especially comment. Yeah. Let me know what's on your mind, and I will do my very best to respond. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up, by the way. My cards, my space, myself have been cleansed. No more bad juju, just good juju. All right. I have chosen not to pull cards before I start um, filming. So, but they have been shuffled thoroughly as usual. All right, so here we go. Let's start. We'll get the general energy. This is a general reading for everyone for now. All right, first card. First card, Temperance. I'm pulling 8 cards to get the general feel. Knight of Wands. We've gotten that card every time I've done a reading. Strength. Knight of Swords. 2 knights. See that? Okay. King of Pentacles. Lovely. The Devil reversed. That's always a good sign. Oh yeah. I have to censor my cards. No more, no naked people allowed on YouTube. No naked people on cards either. It's all good. Page of Swords. That's 2 swords. 1, 2, 6, 1 more. Might as well take it. Queen of Swords upside down. All right. Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. So, Temperance, it's about patience, finding balance. You know, and I'm going to go right to the strength. That takes an inner strength. Okay, that takes an inner strength. So we have Temperance and we have strength. All right. Because we're kind of in this energetic space where we're like almost at the end of karmic cycles, almost at the end of familial cycles, almost at the end of ancestral cycles, where we're just like, you know, we've been releasing so much and we're just like kind of chilling out, you know, staying cool, staying calm. I mean, things are still coming at us a little bit, but not nearly as much as they have been, and we're really pulling out of that energy that Capricorn full moon on the 21st of June. That was a big deal, yeah, because that again is what full moons are for, is to release. So we have the Knight of Wands, and he's moving in fast. So that's telling me that because of the Temperance and because of the strength, that this fast moving energy, even though it's Cancer season, and Cancer's, you know, all about home and nurturing and creativity and following intuitions, romance. Um, it's not so much slow as it is calm, unhurried, way more peaceful. So we're not in this, well, I just don't give a crap frame of mind, but we're in this, whatever. You know, it's something's coming at me, whatever. Just deal with it and move on. And that was the whole point to all this stuff we've been going through, with all that cleansing and releasing and pulling up old stuff and having, memories from our past come up, and people from our past come up, and situations from our past come up. It That's what that stuff was for. It was all for a really good reason, because we are in the middle of an ascension. Not physically at this point. That'll come at some point. Not, and I don't mean just when you die, but at some point in the future, we will ascend physically. And some of us are doing that too. And in a way, a lot of us, because we cleansed and released over and over and over, it has changed our physiology. It's changed us on a cellular level, because trauma is cellular. Even if you're an infant and you're around parents fighting or people fighting around you all the time, that's a cellular thing. And then it turns into a genetic thing, and it becomes part of the DNA. And then that's how that trauma gets passed down to other, to your children and your grandchildren and so on. We are breaking that cycle. Now, some of us couldn't break it physically. I broke it physically. And now my children are breaking it physically. Okay, they're doing their kids different, right? But some of us can't always change these karmic cycles or familial cycles physically. We do it through example. And once we clear a karmic cycle out, once we clear one of those genetic cycles out, we're lighter. So we vibrate higher. We vibrate different, and that spreads out to the entire world and into the universe. So we're all doing our part with this ascension. Well, okay, not everyone, but because there's some people that when they say old Earth and new Earth, they don't mean at this point, they don't mean physically, like the Earth is going to split in half physically. What they mean is some are going to choose to stay in the lower, denser vibrations in the 3D, and some of us are going to choose to move on and move up. And that's what a huge portion of people are doing. And I don't talk about politics, but the upcoming elections are going to instigate and perpetuate even more change. So when these things are happening, these things that sound awful, understand that we're okay. We're all right. It doesn't feel good, but we're going to be okay. It's needed. Because just because we are ascending and we know it, doesn't mean that the powers that be know it, or are even bothering to try, or even on a subconscious level. So it starts one person at a time, and then it fans out, because a higher vibration is just as catchy as a lower vibration. As a matter of fact, it's a million times stronger than a lower vibration. So that's what we've been doing in all this past few years or months, however long it's been going on for you. It's been for this reason. We better out than in. We had to get this stuff out of us. Now, we're not completely done. There's going to be little things here and there, but it's okay. We're going to be okay, because now we know how to handle it, right? The Knight of Wands is coming in quick. The Knights know how to handle stuff, right? I mean, because they're the guys that the kings and the queens say, all right, go take care of this. And they go take care of it. So, good for us. Good for you. Nice job. So, then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, and again, that's swiftly cutting through the BS. Air, Aquarius, Aries, no, I'm sorry, Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius energy. That's their tarot card, is the Swords. And they're really good at cutting through the BS. So the Knight of Swords is coming like really quickly. Like, I feel like there's some people, some of you with the legal stuff going on, and that Knight of Swords is going to represent a court decision that's made in your favor. because this judge is going to see through the BS of your opponent or whoever's you're dealing with in the court system. So you're okay. See, look, because look, we have the King of Pentacles. Now, you don't have to be a male to hold this energy, but this guy's very sure of himself and very confident. Pentacles, earthy, not a little bit arrogant, yeah, a little bit arrogant, but Spirit's telling me to tell you that even though you may be feeling more confident, don't get carried away with it. Take it easy. Okay? Remember to ground. Mind your feet on the floor. Identify something you see, smell, or hear. Stay grounded, because we can get carried away with that king energy. We can get carried away with that and become arrogant. Okay? Arrogance comes from the ego, and the ego is what we've had to depend on to keep us safe. We're past that. We don't have to do that anymore. So that arrogance is unnecessary, and it's actually going to put a huge halt, a screeching halt, to any of the good stuff that's on its way. Any of this growth, it will be put to a halt if we get carried away with being too sure of ourselves, too arrogant, too full of ourselves, too in our heads. I know everything. You know nothing. No, it's my way. We have to avoid that. That's what Spirit's telling me. We just have to avoid it. And that is why the devil came upside down. And as you know, the devil is about holding on to stuff that's not good for us. People, places, things, situations, right? So when it's in reverse, then we have finally let go of those people, places, things, and situations that weren't good for us. And Spirit's telling me to tell you that because of that and that strength, that there's been a lot of work done on trust issues, not really regarding other people, but regarding higher power, source, God, whatever name you put on Jesus, whatever name you put on it, right? So all that old dense energy is being let go. But also Spirit wants me to tell you, there are going to be moments, and you're probably experiencing them now, because we're not used to not hanging on to this stuff. We're out of our comfort zones big time, because we're used to worrying and fussing and fighting and hoarding sometimes and protecting what's ours, and we're used to having to do that. So not having to do that is a huge leap, but it's still uncomfortable. And that's why some of you are still resisting some of that change. Don't push away these things that cause you emotional pain, cause you, give you bad memories, give you bad dreams. Don't push those away. Look them right in the face. I'm telling you, if you do that, I guarantee you, my sweet, sweet people, if you do that, you will experience these awful feelings just fading away. Now, for me, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, they fade away like I don't even notice. They just literally fade away. And it's good not to pay too much attention to the fact that we're not paying that much attention anymore, right? We just keep moving forward, eyes forward, eyes forward. Gratitude, meditation if you're able, if you're into that, gratitude lists, just anything that will keep you in this higher vibrating frame of mind. It's good, it's good to acknowledge accomplishments, right? But we're not quite done yet. So let's not put the cart before the horse and start acknowledging them. Oh, yeah, I did this, I did that. I mean, it's okay to say, okay, where was I a year ago? Because you sure as shit weren't where you are now. You were absolutely not where you are now. And I think for most of you, you're in a much better space, especially because of this peace, the temperance and the strength, this peace that you're starting to um, get comfortable with. So yeah, I mean, change is uncomfortable, but you know you can either walk with change or you can get dragged behind it. We got to pick one. I prefer walking. Thank you very much. So anywho, and then we have the Page of Swords. So again, sounds like something legal, something to do or something to do with business. Um, sorry, there you go. Something to do with business. Again, swords cutting through the BS. Um, so this is a no nonsense messenger. All right, and they're going to come into contact with you. And now I can't say how because everybody's different. This is a general reading for the mass collective. So some of us will get it in dreams, the messages in dreams from ancestors or angels. Some of us will get. Some of us are intuitives or light workers or psychic, and we'll get it through um, channeling or get it through pulling tarot cards. Because I have to tell you, when we pull tarot cards I'll speak for myself. When I pull tarot cards for you, that tells me what's going on with me too. Because I can't sit and analyze what's going on with me because my head will explode and I'll just get off on a tangent. But anywho, so the Page of Swords is going to be a messenger, and it can be a physical messenger. But remember, the pages are young. And it doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. But they're young, so it tells me that this is fresh information. It's not, you may intuitively recognize what the message is, but it's not anything you've heard yet. And maybe, you are intuitive and you've been waiting to hear this message. I've been waiting to hear a whole bunch of stuff because I know what's coming. I'm just waiting on it to get here. And again, important to ground, important to be grateful. Okay, what I want isn't here yet. It will be. And you're not going to hear it will be forever. It'll be here when it's time for it to be here. And I don't like to hear that either. I actually hate to hear that because I want what I want right now. But Spirit knows when I'm ready for it. And things are being situated energetically by Source and Spirit, your guides, angels, ancestors. It's being situated and maneuvered to bring you this thing that you are an heir to. You are, it's yours without a doubt. It belongs to you. And it's more than what you think you want or more than you've tried to manifest. It's more. It's way beyond that. So Spirit says to please, please, please don't worry about how it gets there. And don't worry about when it gets there. It'll be there. And it may be there. It's always, it's always coming to us in the most unexpected ways. And these are gifts. Even though they're ours, they're gifts because we've done the work. We're nearing the end of the cycle. The end of the cycle, to me, the end of the cycle is going to be around July 21st on the next Capricorn full moon. So that's an important date. You should probably write that down or mark it in your calendar. That's a really auspicious time for us to write down the final things that the big things that we want to let go of, and write them down, stick them in your windowsill for 3 days before and 3 days, during the day of, and then 3 days after. So 3 days before the day of, and 3 days after the next full moon on the 21st of July. All right. All right, let's pick some more cards. I'm going to pull some out of the Crystal Visions. Okay. Oh, I guess we're taking that one. Oh, okay. That's all good. It's all good. All right, here we go. So the first one, this one just popped out while I was shuffling. Eight of Swords. Okay. Again, not as ominous as it looks. Well, I'm gonna run with that one first. Well, I'm still shuffling a little bit. The Eight of Swords here, yeah. Do you notice how the birds are unwrapping her? Well, I mean, it can be seen as wrapping her up, but they're not. I mean, those are her friends. Those are her companions and her messengers, right? So what they're doing there is they're taking the blindfolds off. They're taking the restraints off of her. This is what you've been doing with the Temperance and what you've been doing with the Strength card. And what you've been doing with the Eight of Wands card, because it's happening quicker than it. I mean, it's taken forever to get here, it feels like, but it's happening quickly now, right? So that's what this Eight of Swords is. We're finally losing the blindfold so that we can see things for what they really are, because that's the only way to work through this stuff. Again, to look it right in the eyeball. Not over it, or around it, or under it, through it, while you're staring it right in the face. Because it's not this big, huge, scary monster that we all make these things out to be. Our fears are generally unbased, are not based on anything except for our egos and our past experiences. And for a lot of us, our past experiences have been horrific, is the word I want to use, horrific. And sometimes we wonder how we made it through. Because we're meant to be here. We're meant to do whatever it is that we're doing. Each and every human being on the planet, from the best person, whatever that is, to the worst person, whatever that is for you, is put here for a reason. And that is to help us come to this point that we're at in our ascensions, in our spiritual growth. Because we need others to help teach us lessons. And I never like that word either, but it's true. We're being taught lessons. And we're finally learning those lessons and putting that learning into practice. And let's get another. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that's again the culmination of hard work. Okay, and that's what's coming. Again, we've got a Page of Swords, and we've got a Knight of Swords, right? You can see that? There we go. So, that's because of this. That's because of the cutting through the BS, and that's because of this finally fast, quick movement. That's what wands are about, is fast movement. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles is the culmination of that. And that's abundance in whatever form you consider abundance for yourself. Whatever you think whatever abundance looks like to you, right? A lot of us, it's financial. But there's so much more. There's going to be pregnancies for some of you. There's going to be children who are having your grandchildren for some of you, or getting pregnant for your grandchildren. All right, there's going to be a lot of that going on in July because of Cancer season. Yeah, it's already started. They're going to be making the babies. All right, so there's going to be joy there. There's going to be joy in new abundance in new friendships, abundance in socializing, abundance in your home life. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's because of all this work that we've been doing. All right. Oh, on the bottom of the deck is the Death card. Death leads to rebirth. Again, that's what we're doing. All right, the Three of Swords. I'm getting a lot of past energy from the past here. But I feel like some of you are struggling with this right now in regards to love, romance, partnerships, relationships, physical relationships. I mean, she's stabbed in the heart 3 times, for crying out loud. And I can hear it now. All right, that's enough already. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to deal with anyone but myself. Spirit's talking. Hold on a second. So Spirit says they understand. But you need to pull those swords out of your heart and keep walking forward, because there is somebody there for you. And for those of you who are in relationships, I'm going to have to pull another card. There's a lot of, because we're changing, okay? Some of us are changing and our partners are not. Some of us, both of us, are changing and we figured out we don't like each other anymore. Not so much. We're all changing. And one day you might wake up and say, this is not the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. This is not the person I first knew. Okay, well, that's true. And in any relationship, that's going to be true, because people just change, period. You either like each other more or you like each other less, one or the other. But this is a different type of change. It's because of this spiritual awakening that we're all going through. Reawakening, I call it. So there's going to be some hard thinking, and there's going to be some of you that have been betrayed in one way, shape, or form by your partner. And for some of you, it is definitely, you're just like, okay, that's it. I don't want to do this anymore. And that's some of that temperance, that calm. That's some of that Knight of Swords, cutting through the BS, moving quick. This is going to be, for some of you, it's going to be a very quick decision, and you're just going to say, that's it, I'm not doing this. And you're going to walk away. And it is going to be painful. Even though you're done, there's still emotions involved. It is going to be painful. Let's clarify and see what happens after that pain and after the walking away. Okay, choices. Emotional choices. So, I feel like the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, I feel like they are, I feel like they are a part of this, where she's looking at her options. That's what she's doing right there, just looking at her options, her emotional options. So obviously there's three choices as far as I can see. The one is, okay, I'm just going to stay by myself. The other is, I'm going to get back with someone from my past, this lifetime past, or I'm going to decide to be with this new person that's coming. I did say new. New person that's coming. They might be a little bit younger than you. They might just carry that childlike energy, okay? Which in itself can be a big red flag. It depends on what type of childlike energy they have. If they're just inquisitive and want to do stuff all the time and try new things, that's one thing. But be careful of that childlike, as in acting like you're 18 and when you're really 45. That type of childlike. Gotta watch out for that. So that spirit, that's coming through from spirit. Just be mindful of that. But this person, this Page of Swords is coming at you. It is new in this lifetime, but it's on a soul level. You've already done this before with this person. A good chance that they messed it up in a past life, and they subconsciously or consciously, on a soul level, they want to come back and do it right. All right, and apologize to you through their actions. Through their actions. All right, so you're going to have those three choices, I think, for some of you. You got the Strength card again, so yeah, Spirits, you've obviously got the strength to deal with this. And I'm going to say you've got the strength to deal with this. Whoop. With the sword through the heart. You've got the strength to do this. And the thing is, that fast movement with the Knight of Wands makes me think that these two people coming at you to be with you are coming one right after the other. Okay. Don't feel pressured. You do you. You do what's best for you. If you need to be by yourself and say, not right now, then do it. Because there's nothing wrong with that. Spirit's telling me it might be a good idea to take a break and not to go back to dating or seeing anybody, getting back with the ex. Spirit's telling me it's probably not the best choice to do that because you haven't had time to process anything yet. You just got through with this person. Process. And then when you're ready, the other person will come back around, and if they don't, somebody else will. Another new person we've got thousands of soul connections. You're not going to ever run out of a soulmate. Take my word for it. All right. And the Tower, see? Yeah, so that speaks to the heartbreak and the emotional choices and the strength. And again, the Knight of Wands, that moving, going, fast. Just boom, all of a sudden there it is. But I don't feel like this is some awful thing, you know? I don't feel like it's a bad thing that this Tower. I feel like it's that this breakup or this decision to be with yourself is going to be like the final, what's the word I want? The final step in changing your life completely. Right? And it's going to feel bad, but it isn't. It isn't bad. You've got the strength to get through this. You've got it twice. You've got the strength to get through this. And it's not awful. It really isn't. It's just going to feel that way. Remember, feelings are real, but they're not the truth. They feel like the truth, but they're not the truth. A feeling never killed anybody. Take my word for it. I wouldn't lie to you. All right. We got 33 minutes. Look, 33:44. So look for those numbers: 33, 44, 34, 34, 43, 43. You know the gist. Keep an eye out for those numbers. And the 8 of Pentacles, which comes just before the 9 of Pentacles. Or 10 of Pentacles, excuse me. I can count. Okay. Not wearing my glasses. Now that's, again, the hard work. And it culminates into this. Okay. The only 8 we have up here is Swords. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Let me put these back on my face. 8 of Swords. Blinders are coming off. Restraints are coming off. That's that hard work. Right there, that hard work. And that's the culmination of it. Very nice. Okay. I'll pull one more here out of this deck. And then we'll pull words. Oh, yeah, baby. Queen of Pentacles. That's you, baby. Quite satisfied, the Queen is. And obviously, that's an earth element, the Pentacles. That is material wealth. And that is also emotional wealth. But not restrained emotions, but the only word I can come up with, Spirit, I keep hearing smooth emotions. Because, yes, the queens are emotional. They're females. And females are generally emotional. But it's smooth emotional. It's a beautiful thing, people. It's beautiful. So that is what's coming out of all that hard work, my favorite humans. All right, we're going to pull some words. I left some stones in here. It might make a lot of noise. It helps shake them up a bit. Let me do it again. Okay, my favorite part, problem solving, right? Oop. Where did we problem solve? We problem solved right here with the Eight of Swords. I'm having a hard time picking these up. Okay, we problem solved with the Eight of Swords. Took the blinders off. So these words for me are clarifiers, just in case you were wondering. Cat. Okay. Cat. Independence. Cats are independence, and that's our Queen of Pentacles, folks. Again. All right, that's it. There we go. Cat. Independence. Generally, these words match at least one card. Sometimes one word will match two or three cards. Let's see. Online social media. I know it's cut off a little bit. Yeah, that's, where's that work? Where'd she go? There she is. So some of you are doing what I'm doing here on social media, using a social media platform, either to build a small business or possibly to look for romance. Spirit's saying, watch yourself with that social media romance. Watch yourself. A lot of players out there, a lot of scammers out there. Just pay attention. I'm not saying you won't find what you're looking for on social media. You know what? Now Spirit tells me. Okay. Also, Spirit's telling me that in regards to maybe the new person from a past life coming, that you may already know them on social media. And that they've already been eyeballing you. Okay, but the only way to find what we're looking for is to stop looking for it and allow it to come to us. So just, you know, I've been through that. Oh, is it this person? Oh, is it that person? Maybe it's the other person. Never works. That never works. Okay, working out. Okay, so some of you are upgrading your physical selves by doing a little bit of exercise. That's actually favored right now, is some exercise. Starting new things. Nurturing. Cancer season, nurturing. So yeah, nurturing yourself with some exercise and eating better. All right, yeah. That makes sense. Oh dear, what's this? It's itty bitty. Karmic knows about you. Oh, yeah, this guy here. A karmic friend knows about you. I know you probably can't read that. Karmic knows about you. That's this person. That's, as I just said, social media. Karmic knows about you. That's your past life person. And the thing is, if you do make a decision to get with this new person from a past life, that it's going to work out. It's going to be okay. Okay, and then we've got, let me see. Then we've got right here. I'm sorry, this says apology. Get this card. It's driving me nuts here. Apology. So you are going to get an apology for the way you've been treated, but you're not going to trust it. It may be authentic, but you're not going to trust it. Because like I said, it's like we're going, okay, I've had enough. I'm not doing this anymore. And it's not a verbal thing that we say it out loud. Generally, it's more of an energetic thing. You you know how when you say, okay, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop doing that, but you're not really feeling that. This you're going to feel. When you say I'm done, you're done. So that apology is lovely, but it's not going to do anything for you. This comes up a lot in a lot of readings, by the way. Pond, lake. So, where are we? Cups are emotion. Water. Yeah. Okay, Spirit. Spirit says, that to ground, and once these emotional choices come, of your 3 different choices of being by yourself, staying with your or getting back with your ex, and this new person from your past life, when you get to this point with all that emotion, to go by the water. Perfect weather for that. Go by the water. You'll figure stuff out, because water is a great conductor for, as you know, put an electrical line on some water. We know what happens, right? So water is a great conductor, especially for energy from source, or energy from, I think we're done with the words, or energy from your spirit guides or your angels. All right. And we have a couple of cards we'll pull out from the Del Toro deck for you horror flick fans. All right. Now, where are we? Well, the Magician's upside down. Huh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if the whole deck is upside. Well, the whole deck's upside down. That explains that. Sorry, folks. Yeah. All right. Sorry, folks. The whole deck was upside down. Thank goodness the Magician's not upside down. It scared me a second. All right. So the Magician, you're creating new things. That's obvious. That's what happens when you get rid of all the old BS. Pull all that stuff out of you. You make room for all this wonderful stuff. So Spirit's telling me, and I'm not huffing and puffing because he's telling me, I'm like, it's just something I do. In case you were wondering, I'm not irritated. I look at my videos sometimes and go, oh my God, I look so irritated. No, I'm not irritated. The Magician's, or Spirit's telling me that light swallows the dark. So we've made all this room, gotten a bunch of dark stuff out of us, and made all this room for this light stuff to come in. And if we keep pulling in that light stuff, if we keep pulling in the light, that lighter energy, that 4D, 5D energy that we get from Source, right, or higher power, it will eventually eat the dark completely. Dark cannot exist where there is light. That's what Spirit's telling me. And I'm sure I've heard that before. You probably have too. So the Magician is about allowing that to happen in this card reading. Yeah. I apologize. I stumble over my words. It's, you know what? If I could communicate in energy, I would communicate beautifully. I have a hard time articulating words. And that's, by the way, also a symptom of ascending. The English language starts to sound funny. You have a hard time articulating. That's because your vibration's up higher than that. Because the universe's language is vibration. It isn't math. Might be music, but it's definitely vibration. That's the universe's language. So you might find yourself having a hard time articulating. It's all good. It's all good. And then we have the Knight of coins. So yeah, there's that earthy energy again. And Capricorn energy. That that kind of speaks to the Ten of Pentacles right there. So all we're doing here, all the cards are just repeating themselves. The Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, knights get it done, right? Knights get it done. They're the ones that go out and do the actual physical action. So this is saying, Spirit's saying, there's fear. Of course there is. You're in new territory. Never been here before. You know, there's a t-shirt I see advertised that says, I don't know how to act my age. I've never been this old before. And that's really where we're at, only with I've never been in this space before, energetically. So I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do. Spirit says just keep focusing on the present. It's a lot easier to be grateful, which is a big component of manifesting. It's a lot easier to be grateful if we're not looking at what we don't have. If we're looking at what we do have and where we are. And every now and then, it's okay to give ourselves a pat on the back. Because somebody else probably isn't going to do that for us. We can't sit around and expect other people to say, oh, you did a great job, you did a great job. Well, I'll tell you, you guys do a great job. You're doing a great job. I'll tell you that, but you're not going to find a bunch of people telling you, oh, you did a great job and patting you on the back. Sorry. Other people are just as wrapped up in their stuff as we are ours. Period, point blank. Everybody's got some kind of stuff going on. So, it's going to be okay. I promise you. I appreciate you showing up. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please, please, please leave a comment and share. Let me know if there's anything that you want to talk about. Again, if you would like a personal reading, my email will be in the description box. Thank you for showing up, and have a beautiful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are or whatever time you watch this video.